Hello, beautiful Libra, and welcome into my channel, The Rare Gazelle. My name is Reem, and welcome into your reading. This is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Libra, or anyone for that matter. Even if you're not a Libra, I do trust that there is something in here for you. And a gentle reminder that there are no scheduled readings on this channel. I do readings as I'm guided by the spirits that I work with. I received your channeled messages on June 30th. It is now the 8th that I feel guided to be in your space and do your reading. 34 days, you will have a shift. 34 days, whenever you view this reading. For some of you, 34 days from the June 30th date is when you will have your shift. Spirit is advising to not be afraid to move the dream. There is a new territory that is being made available. I saw a vision of wind and leaves and the number 888. There's also something significant about four corners. I heard the names Ada, Tamara, Rico, Chris, and Christine. Chris and Christine, pardon me, are a pair. I'm seeing the Lover's card, Gemini energy. Um, these could be physical twins who are named Chris and Christine, but I'm also getting like a masculine feminine energy. These could also be spirits for someone um on the other side. Spirit also advised that you have ample time, and there's heavy emphasis on ample. I did also feel like there's grief here. You're grieving an old dream and you're preparing for a new one. A dream was a karmic pattern, and you're unburdening yourself from the karmic pattern and the dream. And I'm hearing, and what it resulted. You let it go, something wasn't working, or nothing came out of it, but now I'm hearing nothing new came out of it. It's finished. Spirit also advised, I feel like they're giving advice here to do not try to fit in. You set the tone for the parameters. Studio bill is also something that came through. I don't know what this is. Studio bill, and there's $3,200 plus. This feels like in addition to your monthly income, or you're receiving some kind of additional income, and this is the total monthly. I'm also now capturing here and observing that there's a bill that you're charging a studio, or you're charging rent for $3,200. I feel like you're trying to figure out what's reasonable here to charge. Okay. I feel like Spirit is kind of guiding you to advise you and let you know that it is reasonable to charge $3,200 for something. Okay, that's going to resonate for someone out there. These are your channeled messages. I am going to get into stream, get into channel. Let me just say my thanks to Spirit first. While I'm in channel, I'm just going to share what I see, hear, and feel, even the sensations in my body. Sometimes I pause to interpret messages, sometimes I do not. Okay? Thank you, Spirit of the Most High. Thank you, guardian angels and ancestors, known and unknown, the most qualified and the most benevolent from the ancient lands of Mesopotamia and Babylon, Iraq, ancient Sumeria. Thank you, Goddess Anana Ishtar, and thank you to the Great Divine Mother Ninhursag for your blessings, your love, your courage, your support, your protection, and gifts in the space today. I do allow for other spirits to come forward only if they are qualified and benevolent to speak to my ancestors for the Libra Collective. And thank you, Libra, okay, there's Lee, L-E-E or L-E-I-G-H. That's coming through. Thank you, Libra, for allowing me to read for you and for trusting me with your energies. Ashe and Amin. Okay. Okay, I'm hearing the gains turned into pain. The gains turned into a burden. I'm feeling and I'm observing pressure on my back. A lot of pressure on my back. Um all over my back. Someone's success became a burden. Okay. I'm seeing a graph and it peaks and then it descends and then it plateaus. That energy is sitting in this old dream. They're saying it was a cyclic dream. The achievement was a prior achievement. The gains were repetitive gains. The same resulted over and over and over again. There's success that you had, but like you kept having the same success over and over and over again, like it was the same, or you gained the same thing over and over again. Is the Does this make sense? Like that's what I'm seeing. Repetition. It's like that's the only energy or tangible manifestation that this dream could result. Like that's what it could spew out. Okay. I'm getting a really sharp pain on the bottom, like underneath my left rib cage. I don't know what organ is there, honey. I don't know, but there's pain there. There is someone that is attached to that success. It could be you, but I feel like it's an energy that is separate from you. Um, okay. Um, I'm just gonna share I'm getting a lot of flashes of light, that spirit to me. I'm just gonna share what I see, honey, and what I hear. I'm because this is a little tough. I'm hearing, remember the time that you had that? Remember the time when you did that? It feels like there was a moment that really skyrocketed you, or you had a peak, or you had a moment of glory, or you had a spotlight moment, and it there's someone around you that reminds you of that. And it's like, it's painful. It's like they almost make you feel bad, or they almost like, um, you want to like try to redo it, or you are trying to achieve something like that again, but nothing is coming out of it now, or nothing new. Um, and it's painful because you know internally, you know in your spirit that that's not where you need to be anymore. But there's someone around you, my love, that is literally reminding you of it. They like to remind you. I feel like they kind of get a kick out of it too, if I'm gonna be honest. Like they get a little, I don't know, missing the devil in my mind's eye. They're attached, they're tethered to your success. It almost like that success fed them, maybe even literally. Maybe it put food on their table. And hearing you didn't do it, I did. Mm. There's a dynamic here that you are really desiring to move away from. Um, Is there anything else here? Because there's a door forming. Did I see that door before? I don't know. But I'm seeing a door form, and they're saying 34 days you're gonna shift. Okay, hold on. I'm seeing the Page of Swords, and there's thread on the Page of Swords sword that they hold. There's thread that's raveled all around it, as if you have cut the pattern, as if you have cut the connection or severed the connection. Some of you have already done this. Some of you are in the process of untethering yourself from this dynamic or this cyclical, repetitive dream achievement. Okay, I'm hearing that's not your only dream. You have many dreams and visions for yourself. That's not your only one, but there is I want to like punch the air, you know? Like um there's someone here that reminds you of that, and it's I feel like a lot of you are severing from that because that's not your only dream. But I'm telling you right now, when you move into this new dream, that person is not connected to it. That person has no connection to your new dream and what you will achieve and the new gains that you will have. They have absolutely no connection to that. I feel like that's it. Is there a spirit with them? There is. If this is a family member for some of you, there's a spirit that is, or an ancestor that is with them that is very much rooted into ancestral karmic patterning that you have freed yourself from, but it doesn't. How do I explain that? Can I say that? Okay. The karmic pattern, the pattern that you have freed yourself from, does not free all ancestors from it. Okay? So there are some ancestors, and this ancestor is very much like they're like really close to whoever this person is, and they're very much like rooted in that pattern. Okay. But you work with other spirits, you work with other ancestors that are encouraging you to the path of freedom. And I believe that's the spirits that I'm seeing that circle around this door that are holding this door open for you. And I'm seeing you shift. Okay, so we're shifting. We're shifting. All right, we're shifting. Um, you're gonna leave them where they are. Um, you will actually be in a different timeline from them. As you shift in 34 days, when this shift occurs for you, you're going to be in a new timeline, in a new cycle, and you're going to prepare for this new dream. You will be in a different timeline from whoever this was or is for you. Okay. Okay. I have a work message coming through. It all of a sudden just came through. So I'm just gonna share it and I'm gonna see what spirit also has. While in channel. There's a job that you were let go from, that you were fired from. And I'm seeing that they're going to make a new offer to you that is so much better than what you previously had. They want you back. You have the option to take it or not. I'm getting chills all over my body, but it is going to be more money. This may be the $3,200 plus. In addition to that, we had channeled from the 30th or on the 30th. Oh yeah, like more money, more benefits. July to September, there's going to be a choice point. There's going to be a very important decision that you have to make as it pertains to whether you want to go back to this company or not. But it's going to be very different and it's going to feel very different. And you're going to be treated very differently too. You're going to be treated with more respect and admiration for your role and for your unique skills. I'm hearing you're going to be treated for who you are. Mm-hmm. There's someone, okay, I'm seeing there's someone wearing a plaid suit. I don't know what that if that means anything else, but I'm seeing someone wearing a plaid suit. Okay. Okay. Sorry, my screen went dark. Okay. Let's get into this new gains. Let's get into this new dream if we can. Please, Spirit, if you are able to show us. I'm having a lot of crown chakra activity, a lot of energy, protection here. It's gorgeous. Number 62, which is 8. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. For Libra, what is this new dream? Are we allowed to know? What are we allowed to see? Cleansing. Ooh, divine order. Ooh, I just got like a little bit wobbly there. Um, Okay, yeah, you're being cleansed. You're being cleansed from the old order and you're being prepared for the new divine order. You're completely being cleansed, and not only that, but you're being blessed. You're being cleansed and you're being blessed at the same time. 1258. Some of you may have been born on the 12th, the 4th, the 3rd, the 8th, or the 5th. You know what's interesting is like the spirits that you work with is really important here because it says a lot about you and who you are and your true self. Your ancestors that you have connected yourself with, the ancestors that are supporting you, the spirits that are supporting you, are the ones that have also been cleansed from the ancestral karmic patterns. So there is a new divine order that is being implemented in your, and I'm hearing dream matrix. And within the dream realm, there's a lot of free will. It's co-creation. Co-creation here, divine order. And you are co-creating and you are manifesting and you are dreaming and you're imagining and you are wishfully thinking from a clean palette, from a cleansed place, freed from the karmic pattern, freed from the old. You're completely starting fresh. I'm hearing this divine order is in effect. This new dream also has a new order, like um chain of events, synchronicities, people, resources, territories, environments, countries, cities, contracts, soul contracts. Okay, all of that is being worked by the divine, worked by spirit here. All of it. It's a brand new divine order. Hold on. You know what's really interesting though? I had a vision of wind and leaves. And in this, oh, I just got the chills. Um, in this imagery, you can see the leaves with the spirit. I'm hearing from spirit, this is active now. Like it's active, it's moving, it's coming into, it's being implemented. Okay, I'm hearing you are moving in accordance to the to the new divine order. You are moving in accordance to this new dream. That's what you're preparing. That's what you are, your ideas, your imagination, all of that is from this. All of that is from this. There's like there's a big move here too. Like there's a like a game changer. There's something like that here. Okay, because I was feeling like you've had success in the past, like whatever success, little or small, whatever it is, like there was success that that person kept reminding you of. They're saying times that by 10, times that success by 10 here. Because you have other dreams for yourself. So you're cleansing yourself from the old dream and you're stepping into the new one. So multiply the success by 10. That's what this feels like. There's also something about limitation. Um, is that free will? You won't feel as limited. This spirit is working something here as it pertains to your free will. You're accessing more free will. You can exercise more of your free will in this divine order because you are cleansed from the karma. You're cleansed from the karmic pattern. And when you are cleansed from the karmic pattern, you don't feel tied to predisposed decisions or pathways. So you have more free will that you can access and exercise here. You can work with this energy now. Okay, like I'm seeing your intentions. I mean, the full moon is coming up on the 10th. You have the new moon coming up in Cancer. I think, I don't know, sometime in July. I think the July 23rd or July 24th, if I'm not mistaken. Protection again. Um, Vision boards, writing petitions to spirit, writing down what you want. You're going after what you want here. I'm getting chills. You're going after what you want. That's what this feels like. And not only like are you going after what you want, but I feel like for a lot of you, you are understanding what it is that you want. And that is a massive part of the force behind our intentions because you understand what it is that you want because it is in alignment to who you are. Yeah, I stopped at, yeah, yeah, and protection nonstop, honey. I'm telling you, you have a lot of spirits. You have many spirits, but the spirits that you work with, my love, the spirits that you work with are very protective, and they're protective of this divine order. They're keeping certain spirits out and ancestors that are not in alignment to what you're manifesting because they are stuck in the ancestral patterning that's connected to whoever that dynamic was with you in the past. That's also what you're protected from. I'm hearing creation at the bottom here. Like, you can't make this up. This energy is, and keys of creation at the spirit. Keys of creation, honey. Keys of create. You're given access. I'm telling you. This is manifestation. This is co-creation. Cycles and manifestation. We talked about cycles. The cyclic dream, okay? That's just confirmation of that. Underneath that was manifestation. This divine order, like Spirit was saying, this divine order is active. You can work with this energy. I don't know if some of you, I'm getting this right now. I feel like some of you were in fear of working with certain spirits, or you were in fear of working with your spirit team or ancestors, or you were in fear of working with the moon or nature or writing down your intentions. There was some kind of like hesitation or fear around around that. And I'm not exactly sure why, but I'm picking that up. It feels like because of this, the cycles. Because you had that experience of repetition. You had that experience of manifesting the same results over and over and over again. So you feared doing it again. But Spirit is saying you're working with a different energy and you're working with spirits that are aligned to you that are also freed. So the energy that you're working with is completely different. And not only that, but you have keys of creation now, which is your free will. You have more to exercise. Let's get into some, yeah, okay. Some other messages here, and then we'll get into your angel. We'll get into your angel number. Sorry, let me just fix my cafe. Okay, okay. Other messages here, please, Spirit. Ascending. You are making a leap in consciousness now. Let go of anything holding you back. See, you're connected to a newer consciousness. You're connected to a higher consciousness. You're connected to spirits that are also freed from an older consciousness. So therefore, they are also connected to a higher consciousness. You just have new frequencies and new dimensions that you are connecting yourself to. It's a different energy that you're working with and playing with. I'm hearing not a lot of people are in this playground. It's 222 on the clock. Hesitation here on spiraling up. You are on the verge of a lucky break. Take risks and be open and be on the lookout, excuse me, for a leg up. And you have here begin again at the bottom. It's best to cut any losses and start anew right now. You will gain more in the long run. Okay, I just stopped at this again. With this manifestation card, okay, a few things here. Someone's in their late 30s. I feel like I'm picking up on a group of people like you're in your late 30s, 40s, maybe even 50s, okay? Um, manifestation. When I saw this card and I'm like looking at this big golden orb of creation, I heard a new dimension. Like you're adding a new layer of dimension to your reality. Like there's more depth that you will be experiencing. Some of you may have felt like the past dream only reached a certain, thank you, spirit. That's why I was feeling a limitation. There was something about that old dream having a limitation, a limit. Like it was the only thing that that dream with its matrix and its systems and its spirits could conjure up. It was the only thing that it could spew out. It could manifest. Now you have a divine order that's cleansed from the karmic patterns and you're going to manifest newer gains. You're going to create other things. I'm hearing variety. And that's this like newer dimension that it's adding. And I'm also getting this energy of I don't know, there's something about like a limitless energy here with this manifestation, a limitless energy. Perspective, talking to others and getting out of your bubble will help see things differently. Okay, maybe you're starting to do that. Maybe you're being guided to look at this from a different perspective. Maybe this reading is helping you look at this from a different perspective. And you have here pillar of strength. Fortify your resolve and stand strong in your truth. Do not let others undermine your faith. And that definitely talks about the dynamic that we were talking about. Do not let that person undermine your faith. There's 222 alignment. I saw that on the clock. Connections, friendships, romantic relationships, family ties, balanced life choices, compromise, commitment, and trust. How do you move forward toward your life's true calling? Do what makes you happy. Your enthusiasm is what keeps you going. Follow your interest if it is piqued by something. See, your interest is peaking elsewhere. Your interest is peaking elsewhere. Following these routes will help you discover your life's purpose. Follow your interests. Follow what you want to do. I'm telling you, you are creating what you want. You are going after what you want. But not only that, you have discovered what it is that you want. So that was a confirmation. What is another angel number for Libra? What is another angel number here for Libra? Okay, you got 2. Wow. You have 2, 2, 2, 2. Feminine forces, relationships, balance, prosperity, efficiency, patience, and humility. You can do everything by yourself, but life is to be shared. Partner up with the right spirit and you'll become a force. Honor commitments and people around. Don't judge. Listen, this is why I felt and saw the spirits around you that you are working with. We kept referencing the spirits that are working with you and those that are aligned to spirits that are cleansed from the karmic patterns. The spirits that you are working with here on your ancestors or in the ancestor realm, but also the spirits that your ancestors work with too. It feels like you have ancestors that are also providing you with spirits that they have worked with when they were on Earth. And they're assisting you in becoming a force. And that's very important. That force is how you're able to manifest what you want. That's also these keys of creation, exercising your free will, making big moves. You have here 2121 energy levels, prosperity, harmony, journey, waiting, discipline, exaggeration, and the opposite sex. That day you're waiting for will come. Maintain discipline. You're getting closer to your end goal. There's no need to overextend yourself. Guard your energy. That's why you have so much protection. Remain focused. It will pay off. It's a climb, not an elevator ride. Trust in you. Okay, so your other angel numbers are 2121 and 2222. Okay. Yeah. You have here 9999. 99, yeah. And I feel very guided to take this too. Because I feel like a lot of you are in the process of lessons learned, culmination, results, benefits, reflection, and completion. Take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. Sorry, my screen went. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I'm still recording. My screen went dark. This is a reminder to maintain optimism and drive towards your goals, maintain your momentum, and know that the powers of heaven have your back. You made it, and the reward goes to you. The powers of heaven have your back. The divine order. The new order. Um, let's get into your love messages, and then I'll get into other messages from the tarot and some fortunes, okay? What's Libra's love message? Okay. I'm seeing the Knight of Cups and the Moon. We'll get into the tarot in a moment, but I'm seeing the Knight of Cups and the Moon in my mind's eye, and I'm hearing you're drawing out someone's emotional expression. Okay. There's a this force that's behind you, these spirits that you work with, and also your spirit, that force is felt. And that force is like completely intoxicating. This feminine force is completely intoxicating. There is someone here that is drawn to you. There's a magnetism, a new magnetism that you have. And you're drawing out someone's emotional expression. It's the way that this is coming through. Someone is going to reconcile with their child. I'm seeing here, I'm getting a message of there's a child that you are distant from. You're going to reconcile with your child. Okay? Okay. This month. This month. You've been waiting. You've been waiting. You've been waiting. to reconcile with your child this month. Okay. Yeah, healing family issues. There's something that the both of you want to heal and clear. Okay. Pay attention to the red flags in reverse. The signs are cautioning you. Okay, this is interesting. Um, you know when you get alerted by someone, like you feel an alert? This person does not set off your alert system, is what I'm seeing here. When someone sets off our alert system, that's typically because there's something to be alerted by. This person is not setting off your alerts, okay, is what I'm seeing here, which is good. All right. Um, that's immediately what I'm seeing here. You here free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life and let your friends help you ask for and accept support from others in the reverse here. Give me a second. Finances and career. We'll get into your finances message in a moment. Okay. And children and new love in the reverse. Okay. Okay. There's a few messages here. There is someone that you have a really good chemistry at work with, but they're not the new love. You have really, there's a lot of chemistry, maybe even tension, sexual tension, but I'm not seeing a relationship form. You don't tell friends or coworkers about this connection at all. It actually makes you feel alone, or you feel like you confine yourself, or um there's a limitation. There's a limitation. If this is you, it's like limited to work. There's a love connection. It's a love connection, but it's not a relationship. I'm not seeing a relationship form. I'm seeing tension, I'm seeing chemistry, I am seeing love, but it's like confined to the walls of your workplace. Okay, it's confined. This person feels gentle. Like they don't set any alerts off. You don't like, but spirit is letting you know that there's nothing more that's coming out of this connection other than what you are experiencing pertaining to chemistry. Okay, is what I'm saying here. Um, some of you are just heavily focused on your finances and career, and you're not looking for new love. Some of you may have children. Some of you may be a single parent. Some of you also haven't seen your friends in a while, or you don't go out. You confine yourself. That's what I'm seeing here for Libra's love life. You confine yourself to your work, your home, and you don't go out. The energy is not moving pertaining to your love life. I have to be honest. It doesn't feel like it's moving. It kind of feels very restrictive and very limited. But I feel like because of how we were reading your messages earlier with that new divine order, I feel like you're gaining energy. You're gaining energy for your love life, for romance. I just feel like you don't have the energy for it right now. It feels like energy will be used from that dynamic that you have placed yourself in, that you were in that situation with that person that constantly reminded you of that past success, of that dream that you once had, that they were, because they were tethered to that success. I feel like that's where a lot of your energy went. But because they're not going to be connected to this new timeline where this new love is, they're not connected to that divine order. I don't see them being a piece of any of the puzzles that the spirit is constructing and implementing in your cycle, in your timeline. So there's energy to be used. And I see you utilizing the energy in your finances and in your career. And you're also utilizing your energy for your children if you have children. And you're also utilizing the energy for yourself, but also for love. I feel like you will have energy for love. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what else here. I still feel like there's someone that you draw out expression. It could be this work situation that I'm seeing here. You draw their emotional expression, like they feel like they can express themselves to you. Um, but I feel like I feel like there's someone else. Yeah, I'm getting the chills for Libra. One more. We're gonna get into other messages now. Okay. So I'm just going to share what I see, hear, and feel in these other messages. There's King of Cups. I saw the Knight of Cups. There's the King of Cups. Beautiful. Seven of Wands. Yeah, more of this like parameters, like setting a limitation here. Either you are doing this or because I feel like I'm picking up on singles here, to be honest. I don't know. You could be connected to someone here or trying to connect to someone, or someone is trying to connect to you, but there's a limitation. There's something here that is like getting in the way of. And here's the Ten of Wands in reverse. But I do see this unburden happen. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Heavy on the Scorpio though. Six of Wands. Ten of Cups. Oh my God. And the Nine of Swords in the reverse. I'm hearing they're gonna get your attention. They're gonna get your attention. You know those in National Geographic, they have the birds, the masculine birds that like put on a show. They fluff up their chest and their feathers, and they literally do a mating dance to call the feminine. I'm not saying this person's gonna dance like that, but I'm saying like this person is going to grab your attention because I feel like you're limiting yourself because this doesn't feel like standards. This feels like a limitation that you've placed. Because I don't see this person crossing a boundary. I don't see this person I don't see this person deceptive or manipulative or anything like that. I'm I'm seeing them as like they're like, what can I do to grab Libra's attention? Because remember, I felt like you were drawing someone's emotional expression. It feels like this person is doing something out of their ordinary. They're doing something out of their ordinary. They are going to do something quite unexpected. They're going to express their emotions in a way that they haven't expressed before. And to be honest, I don't even know if you care. Like, I don't know if it's almost like I don't have energy for this. I don't know if you're going to reject this person here with the 10 of Cups in reverse and the 9 of Swords in the reverse, 10 of Wands in reverse. Two of Wands in the reverse. I gotta say though, that person's persistent there with the Six of Wands. And then you got this King of Swords. Libra. And the Knight of Pentacles. Hold on. Okay, there's gonna be prospects here with this new love. I am seeing that you're gonna have some prospects, but I don't really think that you care. Five of Cups in the reverse here. The Star in, give me one more. Three of Cups, Seven of Swords, and the Four of Wands, and the Devil there. Okay, let's talk about these prospects, honey. Because you got one, two, three. One's at work. Okay, one's at work. Um, it could be this Knight of Pentacles for some of you. There's something about that with the Knight of Pentacles. It's because it's not really moving anywhere. And this person that is very careful at work too, here with the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. They're very, I feel like you like the one at work. Maybe you even know yourself that I may not go anywhere or progress into anything. And so it's just very slow, and it's, you both have to be super careful because maybe of your titles, or because you don't want any drama. You need your work, you need your job. Okay. All of that. Um, this King of Swords, though. Okay, hold on. That King of Swords has an addiction that they keep close to home. There is someone here who has an addiction, and it's very close. How do I explain that? Like it's behind closed doors. The four of wands with the devil, I'm hearing behind closed doors. Like what's in the home, you don't know what's going on in their home, but there's a lot of addiction in the home. Okay. It could also be in the family. Yeah, this person drinks a lot and they lie about it. They lie about drinking. They lie about how much they've had. They lie. Not because they're vindictive, but because they have an addiction. Okay? That's this King of Swords. That may not even be a lover. Okay? It may just be in your space. Okay? It could be someone in your family. To be honest, I feel like you don't want any of these options. I feel like you're building up the courage, you're building up for the energy for love. I feel like there's something about you, Libra, and I'm not picking up on anyone like in a relationship here. Um, it feels like you don't have energy for it, but you're aware of your surroundings, and the awareness of your surroundings is what is perhaps causing you to create these, you know, boundaries and limitations, right? Like you're just very, no, very on guard. And that's okay, honey. You take your time. You take your time. There's a Aquarius here. I feel like there's love towards an Aquarius though. Could be an ex. Wealth. Yeah, see your focus. That's what you're focused on. Money and your career, your wealth. That $3,200, I'm telling you, that is truly for someone. $3,200 plus wealth. Okay. Okay, so we have months. You have here November, you have here March, and you have July, which is now. And you have April at the bottom. Okay. You have announcement of, yeah, new job and career. This is what you're focused on. New job and career. So there was a job message that I channeled earlier where I felt like someone was let go from their job, and you're gonna get an offer from that job that you were let go from. Okay? And you're gonna have a brand new job position and career. Your job and your career is going to be announced. I don't know what you do, but I'm seeing youth. There's someone announcing your title. You're being announced to the company. Like, this is our new arrival. They come from blah blah blah. This is their expertise. This is what they're going to offer us. This is how they're going to help. Like, I'm seeing someone introduce you to a company, honey. Okay? Like, congratulations. That's really cool. Or like introduce you to a team, a project team, okay? I'm seeing that. See, look at this. See this wedge? It says someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. Remember that dynamic that we talked about? That's this person that's creating a wedge that always reminds you of the past, that always reminds you of the success that you had or that dream, and blah, 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 the success that they were tethered to, okay? They're this wedge. Spirit is confirming that. I feel like it is a broken bridge. It says, don't listen to what it says here. It says unsuccessful outcome to a problem. I'm not feeling that. I feel like this person cannot reach you. Remember, Spirit mentioned that they're not going to that timeline in that new cycle that this divine order is preparing here, that you're prepared for. There's no way. There's no way. Even though they created a wedge in the past, there's no way that they're going to create a wedge in the future. Okay. Um, you have here the yoke, feeling tied down or frustrated. I mean, honey, you got spiritual love here, Lily. This could be someone's name, Lily. April could also be someone's name. I'm also hearing Julie. Julie. It's a beautiful name. I feel like that's what you're seeking. You're seeking spiritual love, or you will get spiritual love. You will have spiritual love. It really does feel like it's part of this divine order. Like, love is part of this new order here. Um, but I feel like you feel bogged down by love or something like that. At the bottom is carrot, opportunity or windfall. That's your wealth. Okay, all of these came out, so just bear with me. You have here great passion with the tulip. I feel like that's you. You hear the flute, disappointment in a friend or a lover, and heartache over what you no longer have. This could be you or the person that created this disappoint. If I'm hearing disillusioned, you are disillusioned. This person has disappointed you, and you are disillusioned. Um, they're in heartache over what they no longer have, or you feel like you are in heartache over what you no longer have. Okay. Um, there is actually, I'm seeing this as a friend here with the Three of Cups and the Seven of Swords. This is actually in someone's future. Around the month of November, around the time of November, there is going to be a disappointment in a friend or a lover. Someone's 37 years old as it pertains to that message. You have here the caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. In fact, it's already here. You could be seeing caterpillars. Those could be your omens. You're going to have a triumph over trouble and obstacles. Period of prosperity and abundance. And the sunrise at the bottom. New creative ideas, new ventures, and a fresh start. That's what this divine order is. And it houses prosperity and abundance. Opportunities and windfall of wealth. Eagles are a spirit animal for you. Oh, I have not done that in a while. You know what? I'm gonna get you a animal totem. Give me a second. Okay. We are gonna get you an animal totem. You have the sea serpent. Let's read it from the book for you. Healing emotional wounds and expressing desires. The sea serpent represents the energy of expression. Whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire, the sea serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a healthy current. That's what this divine order is. It's a new current where prosperity and abundance flows, and love, spiritual love, flows. It's a healthy current. That's gorgeous. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. We know what we desire most. Our hearts are at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our lives and in other places it floods. It's important to remember no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true natures. And I am getting full body chills because you have the sea serpent wrapped around the egg in this protection card that we received earlier. Libra, this was your reading. I trust that this resonated with you. I trust that it helped, even if it provided you with an epiphany or a different perspective or a little revelation or a seed that is planted that turns into a breakthrough. I trust that you will receive what you need. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.